Right, today we are going to decorate the pointy hat, which at the moment is very plain. It's sort of higher at the front, just comes down a bit lower at the back, so it's easy and comfortable to wear. The very obvious thing to my mind to turn this into is a wizard's hat. And if I was going to do that, I would paint it all black or navy or purple or any other colour you like, and I would put on it stars, which I've just cut out from cardboard. I've got little gold stars here. You could make them silver or any colour you like, and I would probably put a moon shape, if you can see this, a moon shape at the top like that, and lots of those stars like that. So and you could also, in the same way that I've put a brim on the hat for the papier-mâché hat, you could put a brim on here as well if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that with this hat. Another thing you could do with this hat is you could paint it completely white, or if you don't have any paint, you could just use, if you've got any paper from school or something, tear out sheets of the paper, now that you've got your basic shape, you can just cover it like that in white, and then you could put black pom-poms on, 1, 2, 3, like the very traditional French Pierrot sad clown, or we could have a jolly English clown, and we could have it any colour you like, and we could put different coloured pom-poms on it, another one at the top, and we could put, I found this, which is, what do you call it? It's just kind of coloured straw. It's used for packing in presents and things. You could just put that there. So you put that there, and then you put, whoops, 1, 2, 3 pom-poms, different colours, the same colour. If you want to attach this, the easiest way to do it that I can think of is you get your hole punch and you punch 1, 2, 3 holes, and then you get some cotton and a thread, and you just go loosely over and over and over, just to hold that in place like that. And I don't think it matters that it kind of drops down a little bit like that. I think that kind of adds to the fun of it. What else could you do with this? The other thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to turn it into a volcano, as you do. So, first things first, a volcano has a crater at the top, so I'm going to take this off. Don't throw the top bit away, you'll see why in a minute. So this is complete madness, I think, but anyway, could have done an easy one. So I'm going to, and it's not a perfect circle, I'm just gonna, that's going to be my volcano, my crater at the top. And with this bit at the side, I'm just going to sellotape that up because it's come a bit loose. I'm going to make another side vent, a little crater. So that can go on like that. Now, to make that fit on there, I need to cut it kind of that way. So I'm going to cut that as a slope, straight line. So that will just sit like that. It's a bit of a tall volcano, but anyway. Maybe I'll make that a bit lower, shall I? Yes, I think I will. Like that. And this could be my little side comb, which I think I'll put here. And I'm going to attach that just with sellotape. That could be kind of down here. Looks a bit strange, but here. Right, and so I think it would be more kind of, it would be level, wouldn't it? So it'd be like that. I'll put a bit more here. Right, that's my basic shape. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of decorate it, and then I have actually found, I didn't think I had any, but I have found some matte black spray paint. And what I'm going to decorate it with, which is a bit mad, is I've got all this sort of crumbly here, which is coffee grounds and tea bags. So what I've done is I've just got my old tea bags like this, and I cut the corner off and I've shoved all that in there. So that's going to look like kind of molten ash. And the way I'm going to get that to stick is probably also a bit bonkers. I'm going to just, I don't know if this is going to work, I'm going to pour some flour and water paste in. Now for this, I am going to wear gloves. Here I am with my gloves. I don't know what this is going to look like. Oh, right, let's mix it all up. I'll take this off again. I'm just going to literally... That looks like dog poo. It's just horrible. I need a bit more glue actually, so I'm going to slap some on here. Now, given that lava flows down, you want the chunky bits at the top. You can put some chunky bits at the bottom, but if there's any line in it, you want it running down the mountain like that. I think I'm going to do one side first. See how that sticks. I'm not sure it's going to stick actually. The idea is this all looks like sort of molten ash, which is kind of exciting if you're watching it from a distance, but really terrifying if it's close up. Right. Let me see what sort of thing I've done. Right, I'm going to leave that to dry as ever. Let's cover that bit up. And then I'm going to come back and do the rest. And here is my dried volcano. Now the sharp-eyed amongst you will notice that my side vent actually just fell off. I think it was because when I sellotaped it and then I put wet lava on top of it, it kind of lifted the sellotape and then it just kind of got a bit sad and fell off. But actually I don't mind that because it looks like an escarpment where the rock has just slid down. Now if you look closely, you can see it's actually a really nice effect, and it seems to be staying put as well. I'm tempted not to do the other side at all. I think I might just leave it like that, but actually if you wanted to do the other side as well, to my mind that looks quite a lot like bark, so you could actually not do a volcano at all and turn this into a tree hat. I just wanted to, I'm not going to do the other side with the old tea bag approach because I wanted to show you an alternative, which is this. You get any old tissue, and it has to be sort of a soft paper. I would say loo paper, but that's in short supply at the moment, so perhaps don't go there. And also it disintegrates really easy, so not a good idea. So tissue paper, and I keep tissue paper whenever I receive flowers or something like that, because it's always quite useful. But you might find some tissue paper in, if you've had any shoes bought for you, usually they wrap the shoes up in tissue paper. Anyway, so let's have a go with this. I'm going to just make this into quite big bits, and what I was thinking of doing was, just on this other side here, I've got some of the flour and water paste. It's a bit old, but it's not become smelly yet, so I'm still going to use it. And I'm just going to dollop that on here, and literally we're dolloping it on. It's great thick what's the word? There is no other word than dollop, just dollop. Dollops of glue. You can think of a good word for splodge, a splodge of glue, right. And dollop that on there, splodge it on. And then get a good sized piece of your tissue paper and literally just slap it on. And then what I want you to do is like this, just move it so that it gives you a nice texture. And you can make it come round into this bit as well, and actually you can even splodge on the paper. If you do it on the paper though, it will disintegrate quite quickly, so you need to have a think beforehand about where you're going to put it. And you could end up with it stuck to your hands. There you are. So, and again, you want any sort of little ripples to be sort of vaguely heading downwards. Obviously, they don't have to go down in a straight line because land is not straight, it undulates, but you don't want it going horizontally from side to side because that just doesn't make sense. Right, and I'm just going to do this little bit here. There we are. So that's also interesting texture. And just to join it here, it doesn't all have to be uniform, because if you look at the landscape obviously is not uniform. It changes depending on the rock formations and what's growing there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly let that dry, and then I'm going to spray it all with black paint. And to spray, if you're spraying paint, be very, very careful. If you take it outside, I don't know what it's like where you are, but it's quite windy here, so just make sure that whatever you're spraying, so you've got the wind going that way and not that way, because then you'll end up covered in black paint. Or alternatively, do it indoors. If you're going to do it indoors, open the window, and particularly in a room like this where you've got white walls, make sure that you cover whatever it is you're balancing your hat on, and especially if it's someone's head, if you've got a human being under here, cover them with tissue paper or something, or a towel, an old tea towel or something, so you don't end up spraying them. Probably best to not use a human. If you've got a doll or something, that would work. And then get some newspaper, hold it behind like this, and then like that. Small bursts, not big bursts. Alternatively, obviously much easier, you just use a brush and just dab it on, especially on this bit here where you've got old tea bags and coffee grounds stuck on, because you don't want the glue pulling it off, so you want to just kind of do that. And if any of it does come on just sort of stick it back on again. Right, so I'm going to do that, and I'll come back and I'll show you when it's dry and then painted black. And then I'm going to show you how to make the lava coming out of the top. Hello, I'm back, and here is my painted and dried volcano. Unfortunately, the paint I've got is so old that it's just clogged, and even though I can feel there's paint in it, the nozzle is clogged and it just won't come out. I've tried doing that sort of upside down thing for 3 seconds. And I've even tried, I hope it's not going to suddenly squirt in my face. I've even tried kind of wiping it with nail varnish remover, but it just doesn't want to unclog. Anyway, so I'm going to press ahead so you can see. Actually, I think what has happened is the bit that I've managed to do has come out quite well, so you get the idea. So hopefully you'll have more luck than I. And I'm just going to show you my idea for showing the lava. Going through, as I'm sure we all have over the past few weeks of lockdown, our cupboards and drawers and trying to tidy stuff up, I have found some party poppers from my children were very small. So what I thought was, I'll pop these, I'm going to have those coming out of the volcano, so... Oh! Okay, I didn't expect that. This one is just stars, which is not much good. I wanted the bit with streamers. I don't know how many of these I'm going to have to pop. Oh no, they're all stars. They're not what I thought they were. I thought they were going to be streamers. How many times can you do this? Not be convinced. So these are actually just stars, which is no good at all. So I'm going to have to use this, which is purple, so it's the wrong colour. I've just had to... It'll be a purple volcano. There we are. Oh dear, never mind. This one is not the raving success I thought it was going to be, so actually I'm just going to, why not put some sparkles in there as well. Make the best of it. There we go. So this is the part painted, funny coloured volcano with stars. I hope yours looks more effective perhaps than mine.